happening, gang? It's your boy Retro back again with another reaction video. Yeah. Today we got another huge update. You guys can probably already tell it is going down. Just by that title alone, you guys are definitely going to want to see this one. As we got border czar Tom Homan finally drawing that line in the sand against officials and sanctuary cities that want to go against and fight the ICE raids being conducted on illegal migrants, guys. I'm excited to get into this one, so we're not straight into it. So make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Before we even get into it, you guys hit that like button, also hit that subscribe button for your boy. And without further ado, let's get straight into it, folks. Check this one out.
Things in there, obviously, at the end, sanctuary cities are difficult to operate in. We all knew that at the start. The other thing it says that we've got to do more. Is the White House giving him all the resources that Tom Homan is looking for now?
President Trump has used every lever of his executive power to ensure that we can secure the border and launch this large mass deportation operation. And I would echo the comments of my colleague, Mr. Homan. While this has been a great start, we will not get complacent. The previous administration allowed tens of millions of illegal people into the interior of our country. And President Trump has promised the American people that he is going to deport those individuals. And so every single day, this administration is empowering law enforcement agents on the ground across our country to do their jobs, to work with federal law enforcement officers in CBP and in ICE to deport heinous illegal criminals from American communities. We also will need more funding from Congress when it comes to detention and deportation efforts, and that's something President Trump has made very clear to our allies on Capitol Hill as well.
Caroline, I'm going to call you Caroline No Binder Levitt, which is an impressive feat, I have to say, especially on the first day, and quite a contrast indeed. I'm interested in a couple things. One, I want you to listen to these Blue City mayors. They want to give ICE the runaround. Watch.
We are in intense and scary times for so many of our community members, and federal government can implement their laws, and we are not forced to participate in their actions.
What this administration is attempting to do, he's attempting to get us to surrender our humanity. We're not going to do that in Chicago.
Caroline, I know that later today, I understand that President Trump is going to sign another executive order to help combat anti-Semitism, and this will go into those cities and possibly on campuses. What can you tell us about that?
Well, first, to respond to the Democrat mayors that you just showed, I can't help, being from New England myself, to comment on the fact that Mayor Wu is an incredibly unpopular mayor up in Boston. And the people of Boston, if you actually talk to them, want this administration to move into that city and secure it and deport illegal criminals from their communities, which ICE Boston has done. I noted one of those.
And I mean, come on, guys. These are some of the worst cities, like that Chicago mayor, Brandon Johnson. These folks need to be hit with obstruction charges. You know, they're only making our country or hurting our country, hindering us from being great by allowing this to go on or preventing ICE raids. If you get in the way, I think you should be, hit with some type of obstruction charges, because it makes no sense.
Illegal criminals from their communities, which ICE Boston has done. I noted one of those instances yesterday in my briefing of an illegal immigrant who has been convicted of rape that ICE Boston has recently removed. Every day, this administration is focused on making American communities safer, and Democrat mayors should be inclined to help this administration do that, because that's what their constituents want. As for what President Trump is signing at the White House today, it's a very big day here at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. The president will be signing the Laken-Riley Act into law this afternoon. This was a bipartisan bill that addresses one of the many failures that led to the disturbing murder of beautiful young Laken. Her family will be at the White House today in her honor, and the president is very proud and excited to sign this bipartisan piece of legislation. He also will sign executive orders addressing school choice, ending funding for public schools that support critical race theory and other divisive measures in their curriculums. And as for anti-Semitism, the president will also be signing an executive order to address that as well.
Okay, that's 2 o'clock this afternoon. Can you confirm that? And if so, We will.
And that's another thing that's really grinding my gears. Like, these folks, they don't, that's an accident or disaster, I should say, awaiting to happen. They're vouching for this. We're trying to clean the city up, and they're just like for the problem. All these Democratic mayors that are speaking out in these sanctuary cities, they're trying to aid and abet these criminals. Let ICE do their job, solve the problem in your community. I mean, the rising crime that we've seen alone, you'd have thought that was enough for them to be like, okay, let me go ahead and let ICE come in here and at least clean our streets up. But no, they're letting or vouching for all these unvetted, undocumented, illegal migrants. It's really sad to see, especially the folks in the community. It really just makes me think, who is voting these folks into power? You know, someone who doesn't really care about the safety of their community.
We'll cover it live in between all these confirmation hearings. You opened your hearing yesterday talking about drones in New Jersey. And you made a statement that left me wondering, because you said they were authorized by the FAA for research and various other reasons. What are the various other reasons for the FAA?
The various other reasons I pointed out as well in terms of what these drones were doing. They were recreational drones, they were hobbyists, they were private individuals that enjoy flying drones. And once there was curiosity about the drones, then other folks that own drones, I guess, were inclined to fly their drones as well. So it led to an increase of the sightings that the people of New Jersey were seeing. But as President Trump told me to make it very clear at the podium yesterday, this was not the enemy. These were simply hobbyists and the FAA who were doing these drones for research.
So everyone can breathe a sigh of relief on that. You talked about it yesterday. Peter Doocy just gave us an update at the beginning of the show about this call to offer buyouts to federal workers. Senator Tim Kaine is in Virginia. Of course, a lot of federal workers from Virginia. He said this, watch.
Can we just take a second? I don't know, I feel like it's just so refreshing to be able to just see a press secretary come out, no binder. First of all, let's note that, Karine Jean-Pierre always had a binder full of lies. No binder. Caroline Leavitt, youngest ever press secretary in the White House, coming out with transparency. How long did we ask about those drones? I feel like those drones made news headlines for how long? During the Biden administration there at the end, we got no clear up, no clarification. They're just like, we don't know. Drones? No drone. There was no drones. I don't know what drones you guys are talking about. That's all. We come out here day one. We got Caroline Leavitt saying these are all recreational drones. You guys got nothing to worry about. It was a bunch of curiosity and researchers. I mean, like, come on. It just feels so good. It's night and day from what we used to get in the Biden administration. These next 4 years, man, I'm excited.
The president has no authority to make that offer. If you resign in the next week, we're just going to pay you for doing nothing for the next 7 months. Don't be fooled. He's tricked hundreds of people with that offer. If you accept that offer and resign, he'll stiff you just like he stiffed the contractors.
There are about 2 million federal employees across the country. Can you clarify whether people will actually be able to get the money? Kaine is claiming that even if you do take this offer, you won't get paid through September 30th. How do you respond?
Well, first of all, he questioned President Trump's legal authority to do this, and the president has the legal authority to tell federal workers that within the confines of the law and their contracts, they have to show up to work. Only 6% of the federal workforce in Washington, D.C. actually shows up to the office. That's egregious. American workers, the middle class, who keep this government up and running with their hard-earned tax dollars, have to show up to the office every day, and President Trump expects bureaucrats to do the same. And if they don't like it, well, guess what? They are getting a very generous payout from this administration. They'll be paid for the next 8 months. I think Doge just put out a tweet. It's great that says that they can have their long-awaited vacation if they wish for the next 8 months. But we are going to ensure that the federal office buildings in this city are filled with productive and excited workers. Yes, they will.
Last question. Does Kennedy have the votes to be confirmed? Yes or no?
We believe so, and we sure hope that he does, because he is an exceptional and brilliant individual, highly respected. He's going to help President Trump make America healthy again, which is a priority for tens of millions of Americans at home.
Yo, there we have it, guys. The left is making a fuss again. It's sad to see, they're going to refute Donald Trump on every step of the way. This journey is going to be exhausting 4 years for these folks on the left. If this is what they're going to do, Bill Maher said it best. Hate to say it, but he said it best the other day. They're going to be the cat chasing that laser around this entire term, and they're going to be tired by the end, exhausted, because it's all for nothing. It's like the guy has been in charge before. He had the wheel. He didn't crash the bus. I feel like he drove a lot better than the guy, the last administration, Biden. I don't even think he was the one driving. I think he was sleeping at the wheel. Relax, sit back, kick your feet up, allow Donald Trump to make some great changes in our country. You know, it's only these rogue agents and bad actors, it seems like, or these corrupt figures that are really upset that Donald Trump is snooping around. You know, he's meddling to see where there's excessive spending, where we can be cutting budgets and saving our federal government a bit of money. I'm honestly not sure what Donald Trump has to do to prove that these loonies on the left that he actually means well. Get them off of red alert. Guys, definitely hop in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts, what you're thinking. I also want to take this time to give a huge shout out, a thanks to all the folks who made it this far in the video. It truly goes a long way, pushing that message out there, getting the truth to more and more folks each and every day. So thank you so much, you guys. Also want to give a heads up on the live for Friday night. Should have been a community post that you may or may not have participated in. If you haven't seen it yet, go to my communities tab, make a quick vote, because the one that wins will be the time that we're going with, guys. But yeah, definitely hop in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. Also, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you enjoy more content like this, catch you guys on the next one. We go.